Hi, welcome to the demo on DX Docker Compose. My name is Ramachandran Mani. I'm a lead developer in HCL. Let's get started. DX Docker Compose allows you to run a fully fledged DX environment in your local with a minimal footprint. You would be able to load, start, stop individual services through the script. Please note that this should be used only for development and testing and not for production. The DX Docker Compose script is already available in the public GitHub. You can clone and start using it right away. Let me introduce the scripts which are already available here. The prerequisite for executing the scripts is the DX Docker images. Once you get a release from the DX, you would have all the scripts stored in a zip file. So you have to unzip this and have the images ready. And the next step is to execute load.sh. Load.sh takes the input of the folder path of where your images are stored. What this script would do is it would take those images and load it into your local Docker. Once those images are loaded, the next step is to set the environment variables, which could be done through the set.sh script. So once the environment variables are set, you can straight away start with Docker Compose up. This will bring up your environment in your local. And the last step is to enable the portlets. If you are with DX, you might already be aware of the Digital Asset Manager Content Composer. So those portlets need to be enabled through the last script, which is called install apps sh. Once you execute that, you are good to go. Let's go for a quick demo. I have already cloned the repository in my local. So as I said, the first step is to do a load. So let me execute the load.sh, and the parameter for this would be where the images are stored. So in my case, it's available in this path. So once I execute it, it would try to load the needed Docker images into the local Docker. As you can see, it started loading images one by one. It would take a couple of minutes. Let's wait for that. Now the script has been executed and all the required Docker images are loaded into the local Docker. So what happens exactly when the load script is done is all the image names are retrieved from the loaded image, and there is a property file which is available and it gets updated with the image tags. If you wish to skip the step, you might have to manually load the images and update the properties file manually. So let's move on to the next step. The next step is to set the environment variables. So let's do that. So this script sets the environment variables for the Docker Compose YAML file to pick it up. So all the image tags used specified here would be picked by the Docker Compose YAML, and that would bring up the environment. So our next step is to bring up the environment. So let's execute the Docker Compose command. So all the services in the Docker Compose is getting started. Again, it would take a while. Let's wait for it. You can see all the services are up and running now. But you might have to wait for a while before starting to check the application, because DX Core uses WAS server, which takes a time to start the server. So you might have to wait for a while. So in this case, I've already checked it. The server is up. So let's verify if the application is loading. Let me enter the URL of the application, and you can see that the instances is up and running. Now the next step is to install the apps. So let's go and begin that. So the command for that is install apps.sh. So let me execute it. Again, once we execute this, the configuration tasks for DX core would run, and this would take a while. So let's wait for that. Now you can see that the configuration task has been complete. So let's verify if the application is working. So let me open the browser again and let me try to log in. And I have digital asset, which is a portlet, and you can see that the digital asset is working fine. So this is how you bring up DX environment in your local. Thanks for watching.